I've talked before about two kinds of thinking. The System 1 fast, intuitive thinking and the System 2 effortful, hard kind of thinking. Well, did you realize that you can kick in one kind of thinking over the other by something very simple? For instance, the kind of font that you use. If you use an easy to read, really clear font, then System 1, who wants things easy and fast and quick, can read and can understand what you're doing. If you use a more difficult to read font, the color of the font against the background is hard to read, then System 1, the quick, easy thinking, can't decipher what's going on and will turn to System 2 and say, well, you read this and you decide what it is. Now, you'd think, well, we always want to use an easy-to-read font, right? Well, most of the time that's true. But here's an interesting experiment. When researchers showed this paragraph with this word problem to participants in their research study, when the font was easy to read like this, they actually came up with the wrong answer more often than the right answer. But when they used a font and a background that was hard to read, what happened was that people came up with the right answer more often. Now, why would that be? Why would you get the right answer when the font was hard to read? Well, in order to solve the problem, you have to do some harder thinking. If you just go with the quick answer, you're going to tend to get the problem wrong. And when the font was hard to read, System 1, the easy intuitive thinking, gave up and turned to System 2 and said, you take it over, you solve this. And System 2, because it's more analytical, could actually and did actually solve the problem right. So I'm not necessarily saying that you should make your fonts hard to read, but I think you need to understand that System 1 thinking is going to be the normal way unless things get difficult and tricky.